Word, son. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Devon. All right, man, before we get to this video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, man. Y'all know how I do. But so as you can see right here on the screenshot, I was scrolling around through Twitter, and I seen this tweet by the guy of DC, or they call him a digital champion. If anybody knows him, please understand that I have no hate. I don't know this guy. He doesn't know me. I don't have any malice towards him. You know what I mean? I just thought that this was a really interesting tweet. So without further ado, let's get into it. So he basically says, I'm not looking at the screen right now, I'm pretty much paraphrasing. He says that basically there is an ability in Madden 21 that allows you to see the play art, and it's called film study. And he says that he doesn't approve of it, or they need to take it out if you can't, he said basically along the lines of, if you can't learn, lab, and adapt, then you shouldn't, then you shouldn't be having your hand held. It's not my fault you can't stop the plays I'm running. And, that's basically paraphrased. You can read the tweet on the screen. But, however, I will say that this was kind of interesting, because when I thought about film study or that I guess I don't know if it's an ability or it's an X factor. I don't know. But it made me think of Madden 08, as you can see my retweet here. I thought about Madden 08, the smart QB, the smart linebacker, the smart safety corner, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like your Troy Polamalu's, your Peyton Manning's, your Tom Brady's, your Champ Bailey's, and your Brian Urlacher's, and then the list goes on. So when I seen that, I was like, you know what? I really feel like that should be added into the game, honestly, because it's not competitive when a guy is just running 3 or 4 plays. Competitive is exciting, it's fun, it's down to the nail, like it's a nail biter, it's down to the last minute, last 4 or 5 seconds of the game, the last play of the game. That's competitive, not just running plays that beat computer every time, or it manipulates computer into not knowing what's going on. Like that's not competitive, that's cheesy. You know what I'm saying? I think where he was trying to go at was, if you're going to let me cheese, if I want to cheese the defense, let me cheese the defense. Don't show off my play art because I'm running these plays because I know they cheese the defense. No, let me run those plays. Don't show my play art, which that's all I got from the tweet. But, competitive to me always meant, at least at the time where I remembered it, these guys had dedicated plays for beating cover 3, cover 2, cover 1, cover 2 flat, or cover 4. They had plays dedicated to beat those plays. To beat those defensive plays or zones or man. They had plays dedicated to beat those plays. And then what the crazy thing about it was, it wasn't 2 or 3 plays at max. It was almost like a whole playbook. They knew where to go to, and they even knew how to audible out of it and all kinds of stuff like that. They weren't flipping audibles, but at the same exact time, they knew how to, dictate the game or run their offensive scripts. So moving on forward here, to me, it's really telling at where the Madden community is, because y'all really want to, like, this just solidifies how cheesy people want to be on Madden just to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, skill really doesn't determine how good you are. It's about how well you can cheese the game, or how well you can cheese the defense or offense in order for you to get ahead. And to me, it's tacky. It's really, really tacky, for the fact that people are in an uproar behind such as an inability like this. It just really shows where the community is at. You know what I mean? If you go back to Madden 08, this was the smart icon. That's exactly what it was. And the best way to combat that was to just call different plays. Throw the safety or the quarterback or whoever's the smart player at the time, throw him off the trail and just run different plays. It's going to be a little tougher, you know what I'm saying? But at the same exact time, that forces you to play smarter and better ball. That's just what it is. So if you ask me, leave film study in there. Simulation, yeah, I could say you could put it in simulation, but as far as competitive goes, I think it should still be in there too, honestly, because it's not competitive running 3 or 4 plays at max on offense, cheesing the defense, and then get on defense and we're gonna sit in big dime, or we're gonna sit in some dime variation of dime, or we're gonna sit in nickel, or we're gonna sit in 4-4 or 5-2 or 3-4 or 4-3 defense and run 2-3 plays out of that and only run 2 formations. That's tacky. That's really, really tacky, and it just shows where your skill level is. And like I said, it's all about manipulating the AI when it comes down to being quote unquote competitive. It's not about how well you can run your plays and how smart you can read the defenses and all that, this, that, and the third. Because 90% of the time when people run these plays, it's always consistent on what the AI will do on this play and how they react. Otherwise, if they didn't know how they react every time they ran this play, then they wouldn't be running it as often, let alone it being just 3 plays that they run. But film study, leave that in the game. Like I said, CC, we can agree to disagree. I mean, DC, we can agree to disagree. But honestly, it's not competitive running 3 or 4 plays at max. It's just not. So film study is pretty much needed, just to have players be more smart and more strategic in where they're going to run their plays. Just mix it up. Use your whole playbook. Don't see what the problem is here. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, man. Y'all know how I do. Appreciate all the love y'all been showing. We're going to do part 3 tonight. This one might be the finale, or I might do a part 4. Part 4 might be the finale. So, yeah, so part 3 we're going to do tonight. Be sure you have post notifications on for that. And I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing. And, yeah, it's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.